Hey guys, it's Lord here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the LoyalSubjects Best Action Slash figure. Now, I'm not quite sure what's going on with this line. I'm actually not 100% sure if I said the name correctly, because this little guy here comes with a sticker, BSTAXN. Probably help if I held it the right way. Yeah, not sure how to pronounce that. So we're going to go with Best Action. That's what a lot of other people are saying. So we'll call it that. But yeah, these are pretty much, I want to say, 4 to 5 inch scale. Fairly well articulated figures of all kinds of stuff. There's an Angus Young. There's a Gene Simmons, or Gene Simons, for those of you who remember that ad for Phantom in the Park where his name was said incorrectly and was absolutely hilarious. There's a Napoleon Dynamite, and I believe there's going to be an Ozzy Osbourne, Ace Frehley, and 90s animated style Beetlejuice, if I'm not mistaken. So quite a few things that I'm into are in this line. And a little bit of a disclaimer, I am not the biggest Guns N' Roses nor VelvetRevolver fan, but I am a fan of Slash's solo work with Miles Kennedy. I think that's some of his best work, some of his heaviest work, which you know me, I'm into the heaviest of metals, so there's that. But as far as this guy's accessories go that aren't already on his person, he has a pair of relaxed hands. We got his little ring on his right hand, so that's a nice attention to detail there. Putting those down. Taking a closer look at Slash. I will say these are fairly basic in the paint department, but Slash kind of benefits from more or less identifying with shades and a top hat and his long hair as opposed to his distinct facial features. It looks enough like him. If he didn't have that, I think it's there if you squint, but the hat, the shades, and his hair kind of give it away that, yeah, this is Slash. Now, I believe there's a Hot Topic exclusive version of this guy. I got him from Walmart, so I don't know what the differences or similarities are between the two, but this is the one I got. I'm happy with this. He has a gold guitar, which I'm not going to take off because I have it tucked under his hair and it's nice and tight in there, and I don't feel like fiddling with it to get it off because it was hard as crap to put in there in the first place. Really nice though. Looks like a guitar, of course. It's gold. Knowing Slash, you could probably afford gold guitar. Now he does have a pick sculpted in this hand. You can see that. And his other hand is sculpted to kind of look like it's fretting a bit. So that's cool. And then the guitar is molded to sit on him this way. So articulation on this guy, his head will rotate. It's a little bit hindered because that guitar strap's on there. He's got a hinge in the shoulder with a butterfly joint. Put him back down, rotate it all the way around. He's got a bicep swivel. That works pretty good. A little bit clunky. I think they have put it a little bit higher. It would have been a little bit more hidden, but it is a small figure. Got to take what you can get. I will say, I think the shoulders need a little work. This is a fairly skinny guy, but the shoulders are very bean-shaped. And I know they do that on Marvel Legends sometimes, and even in other toy lines, but this has a lot of gappage here. You can't really bend the arm down far enough to close that up, so it would be nice to see them tweak the shoulders, maybe fill that out a bit. So other than that, the aesthetic is pretty solid on this guy. He does have a single joint at the elbow, and maybe some double jointed elbows, but it's not get picky. You can get about 90 degrees out of that, so that's nice. He does have a swivel in the wrist as well as a hinge, and if you're wondering, the wrists are fairly easy to pop off. So I don't know about his head. Would be nice if that came off just to make the guitar easier to take on and off, but it's going to stay there as far as I'm concerned. He does have a bit of a diaphragm bobble, but you don't get a ton out of it, and it is fairly loose, so there's that. He has a waist swivel. That works pretty well. He's got T-jointed hips, kick out to the side. They move forward and back a little bit. He's got a thigh cut. Double joint at the knee, which works pretty good. And then nothing really in the feet. I wish you could bend the feet back a little more, but for a first run at this scale, this odd scale, again, I'm not too sure what it is. Not too bad. I think this is a solid offering. I would like to get some more of these. Again, the Angus Young and the Gene Simmons. I'm not the biggest AC/DC guy, but Angus Young does shred his butt off on a whole lot of Rosie, so pretty cool to get a hold of him. That and, you know, rock metal characters, they don't make a ton of. So it'd be nice to get some more. Well, with that being said, I'm going to do this as best as I can, because, again, the scale is a bit questionable on this guy. But with that being said, let's take a look at some comparisons. First up, and because I seem to be lacking in this particular scale, here is good old Slash next to the Scoob movie Scooby-Doo and Shaggy figures, which, side note, Axl Rhodes actually appeared on an episode of Scooby-Doo Guess Who. So for those of you who want to check that out, you can check that out. And then, because I had him sitting here, there is Skeletor, the Lord of Destruction. And yeah, Slash is very small compared to these guys. I might be able to fit him in with the older Scooby figures that they used to have at Toys R Us. I do have those somewhere, but they are in storage at the moment. But for now, I guess he'll just stand alone as the only figure I have in this scale, as far as I know anyways. Lastly, here he is next to our two regulars. We got the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus and the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn. So with that being said, time to wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, while I do really like this little Slash figure and think it's a pretty solid offering from what I believe is LoyalSubjects' first stab at an actual action figure line, there could be some improvements made here. I think the ankle articulation could be better, the shoulders could be filled out more, and the diaphragm and head articulation could be a little bit better, but that's not really a fair argument towards the entire line because Slash has long hair and his head articulation would be hindered anyways. Other than that, I think maybe some double jointed elbows, but let's fix what we have first before we add on anything else. That said, I still think this is a pretty solid offering for, again, what I believe is LoyalSubjects' first action figure line that's semi-fully articulated, quote-unquote fully articulated, because like the Super 7 Reaction line, it's a bit of a novelty line. They're doing stuff that not a lot of other people are really touching right now. You tell me where I can buy an Angus Young figure other than from this line. You can't, because it's the only one out there. I believe Funko Pops are really the only thing touching other licenses outside of like Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Transformers, G.I. Joe, stuff like that. So it's nice to see something different, and I really want to get my hands on the Gene Simmons, the Angus Young, and when they come out, the Ace Frehley, Ozzy Osbourne, and Beetlejuice, and, you know, I wouldn't mind the Napoleon Dynamite either. But I would say the other problem I have with this line is that the distribution is a little weird. It seems to me like you have to be dependent on getting lucky at retail stores, which in this day and age is kind of as far as luck goes. I would like to see these offered up on places like BBTS and Entertainment Earth, so I could just pre-order what I want and wait for them to show up. It would be a little bit easier than going to Walmart every single week looking for rock icons or pop culture icons, if you know what I mean. My other problem with this line is, what scale is it exactly? It seems a little bit too big for 3.75 and a little bit too small for anything past 4 to 5 inch. So is it 4 to 5 inch? I'm not sure. I have yet to compare it to my old Scooby-Doo figures from Toys R Us, my Ben 10 figures, or even my Justice League Unlimited figures, which are about 4-5 inch scale. So maybe he'll fit in with those, but if not, This line has a scale on its own, and while that is nice, I would like to fit them in with other lines. That's kind of the point of me picking these up anyways. That said, I would highly recommend you pick this guy up if you're a fan of Slash. I'm a fan of Slash, so I wanted this figure. That, and it's way cheaper than the old, is it McFarlane Toys or NECA Slash figure, which is like $100+ on eBay right now. Much like anything else that's come out in the past 20 years, might I add. Well, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one. Let's show that algorithm was boss, right? If you haven't already, hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of this figure, if you like it, want it, or hate it. But remember, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.